Yep.
It's going to be a fantastic episode.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm so happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, man, let's start.
Yep.
Hello, my friend.
Hello, Henri.
You just came from Germany, right, today?
Yes.
First of all, I have a compliment for you. I just glanced at your watch. It is a G-Shock.
Yep.
I'm very in love with G-Shocks. This model, I don't remember the name, but is the GW1000, is it?
I don't remember, honestly.
Oh, okay, because it's written just on its back. Yeah, it's the GW1000. Wait a second. Yeah, it's the GA100. Yeah, this watch. I'm sure that many do recognize this watch. It's pretty bulky and pretty rugged watch.
I bought this when I was in Stockholm. It's like a gift for myself.
I have this pretty simple, but the battery is like 10-year life warranty. You know, it's.
I don't think mine is 10. It's less.
No,
than
it's
10.
yeah, it's less than 10. It can go up to 3 to 5 years, which is again a lot. Prior to this, I had this Garmin, but Garmin is more electronic watch. Like you need to always recharge it every once a week, or you know.
I had a Puma.
You had a Puma.
A Puma.
Was it charged with with batteries?
With batteries.
Just traditional.
Traditional.
Right. You know those Apple Watch that are pretty sleek looking, fashionable watch, but
I don't like smartwatches in general.
You don't like why? Because of the idea that you need to recharge them day to day.
It's like they are spying to me and they are telling to me, do this, do that. You did this today, you did that. It's not my thing.
But actually, you can just use them like a watch. You don't have to count the steps.
They count. Their price is like 3 times more.
Yeah. Actually, when I see a guy wearing this model of the G-Shock, I just think that you're a guy that do a lot of hiking or, I don't know, military things. You don't do any of these, all right?
No, but
you're very sedentary lifestyle.
not that sedentary, but I mean, even people who wear those watches, I don't think they do military.
It has become more like just because of the looks, rugged style watch, very strong,
it's like
durable.
I think it's a must for nowadays to have a smartwatch.
A smartwatch or a watch?
A smartwatch. It's a must because since everyone is having it, you must have it.
Yeah, you must have it on. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't go with a must.
What do you think of those watches that cost like $14,000 or $50,000 or $100,000?
I would buy a watch which is not a smartwatch, but they are like radio controlled. It's like they have 1 or 2 antennas for the Europe region. They synchronize your time via the AM frequency.
Right.
So you don't need to do anything, no change.
So say you go right now, take the flight, go to New York.
Automatic.
They just synchronize without you pressing any button that you have moved to New York? Right.
Yep.
This watch does have, if I press mode right here, it says the world time in London, for example. But I can change it. I can put it in New York.
I can even change mine according to
the same thing, right?
Yeah, according to the city. But with that type of watch, I'm saying like you don't have to press anything. It's
right.
automatic.
Yeah. Nice. Man, I'm very curious. So you have done this sort of nomad life, like you have been from...
Yes, I went in Sweden. And
in Vesteros? Vesteros, yeah.
Not like a Game of Thrones.
Not like that.
It's a city which is like exactly 55 minutes by train from Stockholm. I was under Erasmus Mundus. It's called Euroweb Plus. It used to be a scholarship, which I think started from last year. They changed the name to another name. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I was for 2 years in Västerås for my master studies. For my last year, I did my thesis in Stockholm. And then I applied for a job in Stockholm for like 7 to 6 months. I stayed in Stockholm.
Yeah.
Then I went for... job in Ericsson. It was like a small island near Copenhagen.
Yeah.
It is called Karlskrona. So, but it was difficult to find a job. It's like
it was difficult to Sweden. Why? Because
they don't care if you have done masters or if you are president of.
Oh, I get it. They need experience.
Exactly.
But can't you like write lies into your CV?
You can write lies, but then you will go to
you'll go to the work environment, and they will see that actually this guy has zero experience.
Real experience. But it was difficult also because you need to have a work permit in order to have work. So it's an infinite loop.
Yeah, very hard to find work. So what did you do? You moved to Germany?
No. As I said, I worked. I had like 3 jobs.
Three different jobs
in the IT field, but they were not
in a period of time of 1 year, you said?
No, it was like after 2017 when I finished my master's.
Up to?
I was applying for jobs, and actually I got my first job in 17th of January 2018.
Oh, you remember the date, fucking date.
Yeah,
numbers.
I remember because it was like a bad experience. Because as I was saying before, you need work permit, and it took me like 4 months waiting time. And on the same date that I got the work permit, like I got the yes from the Stockholm work arbetsförmedling.
Right.
I called my recruiting company.
Right.
They called the main company and they said, no, we have waited too much for him. So I was like so close to lose the job just because of the waiting time.
Shit.
But the lady, which was from the recruiting company, she was a good one. She put
lady.
Yeah, good lady. She was like 1 year bigger than me, so it's like kind of.
Okay. Yeah.
So she put a lot of effort. Within 1 hour, like she said, okay, yeah, you can come.
You feel it like we understand each other when we do have a common age, right? Common age groups.
I think yes.
Yeah.
I think if I was like under old lady, with all my respect, I wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Nope.
Do you remember what was the best activities you could do in Sweden, in Västerås, in your place?
During summer or during winter?
During winter, since it's a longer period. I mean,
during
spring, winter.
Okay, I will start with winter. In winter, it gets dark in 3 p.m.
At 3 p.m., right?
At 3 p.m. And I remember that I had my Swedish...
Like dark, very, very dark? Like it's completely black out? Okay.
Kaput.
Okay, kaput.
3 p.m. and till like 9 in the morning. It was like black from end of September till middle March. And in middle March, we have like Ditaveres. And they also have Ditaveres, but...
The summer day.
The summer day, but they call it like in the Swedish version.
Yeah.
It's like Sommardag.
So you guys there speak Sweden, but is like English very bilingual language to them?
It's like I started...
Do they speak like a fluent English?
Right. It's the best country in the world after UK and US who speaks the most nice English.
So let's say it's their bilingual language, English.
Yeah, actually it's their primary language because I started a Swedish course, but my school was in English, every day in English. Even with Swedish people, I talked in English. So I stopped my Swedish.
Yeah, so for them, it's just a common language.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of countries here in Europe, except Italy, do speak a lot of English, like...
but not in Germany. It's like...
I was told that in Berlin, in Germany, English is a bilingual language.
No. Compared to Sweden, you exclude universities. I mean,
leave students aside.
Leave students aside. It's like very difficult. You have to talk with hands.
Right? Wow. So when did you jump to Germany? Right now you're living in
Ulm.
Ulm, yeah. It's next to Munich.
It's next to Munich. Yeah. In the middle of Stuttgart and Munich.
Yeah. It's in the south of Germany, right?
Yes. It's actually more in Austria than in Germany.
Yeah.
I moved this June.
What do you do now in Ulm in Germany?
I started my PhD thesis. I'm a researcher. Like, in simple terms, it's like I will we have this app which collects data for tinnitus patients, and we try to work upon it in order to better understand tinnitus, since it is...
First of all, to break it down, tinnitus, what is it?
It's like when you hear phantom noises without external sources. It's like inside voices. Not voices, but more like sounds. But it's different.
Oh, okay. So the medical term, I do remember this, the tinnitus is about the ringing in your...
It's not
ringing ears, like you sort of, there is high pitch rings or sort of a hiss, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Till now,
what causes it?
Till now, there is not a fixed, understood.
Right. From my own experience, I can tell that if you go to a party and you party hard up to 3 a.m., for example, and the way you're going home, you just... this hiss stays in your ears, maybe just on one ear, maybe on both of your ears, and maybe after you wake up, you just do still it.
It's also from stress. It's also from hearing loss. It's also from age.
Maybe from any trauma because of an accident.
Even from drugs which give muscle inflammations. So there are a lot of sources, but nothing specific till now. This is why
statistically is a dangerous is common condition or not? No, it's not very spread.
No, it is spread because it's like 15% of the population has it.
Like the world population?
As far as I know, yes.
That's a lot.
As far
15%.
As far as I know, yes.
Have you ever experienced ringing ears?
No. Fortunately, no.
But after parties, like...
No.
Yeah.
Only after dasma.
Yeah, after weddings.
Yeah.
I've heard stories, for example, to deal with tinnitus, such as, for example, as you're into your room or your house, you kind of turn on the fan just to, that's
called masking.
Masking,
Sound masking.
And it's like a way to live with it, right?
That's a way to live with it. I cannot say anything more because I don't have it, but from what I read.
Yeah. No, I know that this condition touches the hair cells of the cochlea, which is right after the drum part.
Like there is no...
Like there is the external ear, then there is the drum, the middle ear, and then there is the inner ear, right? And right at the inner ear, this very engineering, let's say, structure of cochlea does have these hair cells.
Yeah, but it might be even from inflammation, not just the hair.
Yeah.
There are different types of tinnitus.
Yeah.
Somatic, non-somatic, etc.
Yeah.
So
I'm very curious. Do you find any?
But I'm not from the medical field. I'm more like IT.
No. Yeah. Do you find any difference living in Sweden and Germany?
The only difference is the language. you need.
Sure. Let's leave it aside. We know that German is German.
Prices are expensive.
What do you mean? In Germany they are more expensive?
No, it's like the same. Like same in Sweden, same in Germany. It's not that easy to find house, which is the same as in Sweden. Public transport is...
People, for example, average height. Where are they taller or smaller?
Okay,
or they are about the same. I've heard that Sweden women are tall.
Yeah, they are tall and blonde.
Yeah, and blonde. Do you see a lot of blonde ladies in Germany as well?
Honestly, no. Not that much. Not that much.
How come? Maybe because Germany has become to mix up the race.
No, I mean
with other nationalities.
I mean like German ladies. They are not that much blonde. I expected more blonde.
Yeah,
but they are the kind of more Mediterranean than Nordic.
Yeah. So in Sweden, you find the people to be more blonde,
more tall. But I mean, in terms of relationships, everyone is cool. So
socialization is great.
They don't care where you came from. So
yeah, they talk to you.
Absolutely, they welcome you. They welcome you, as long as you do the job.
Yeah. Do you have friends now in Germany?
I have some Albanian friends which I knew before, but not like Germans. I mean, beside my colleagues.
Yeah. The environment where you work, do you find Germans?
It's more like professors, which are above 30 plus.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So do you speak any German?
Not that much.
Not that much. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag, gut Abend. Like I call it like survival.
So how do you say good morning?
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen. And how do you say good afternoon?
You got me. You got me.
Did you hear about the Quake? I believe the Quake that hit Albania.
I heard. Now I was in the office, and I saw in WhatsApp my mom sent me an SMS, and I was like this, like.
Really?
Yeah, and I saw the news, and I was like,
wow, some very real damage.
Yep. I thought it was a movie, but no, it was no movie.
A 6.4 magnitude.
Yep.
Which happens to be a lot to come near destruction.
Kind of, yep.
Yeah, we had, like, I saw the statistics, like 50 people were dead because of the earthquake.
I think it was 51.
Yeah, maybe it can go up to 60, maybe in the final statistics, but which for Albania is a lot, right?
I mean, considering the area where it happened, it's a lot. It's a lot.
You saw the pictures, right?
It was this dog, which was near a girl, which you can only see her half hand and half face. But it turned out to be...
The microphone.
it turned out to be like a picture downloaded from Shutterstock. So, but everyone shared it. So I was like, wow. I don't know what's the meaning of sharing fake pictures, but
to spread some...
picture worth 1,000 words, okay, but not with a fake one.
Yeah. Me too. I don't like fake things. But what was very fascinating and very outstanding was how ready other nationalities, other states were to come and help our country in this very difficult moment. Like they came overnight, you know.
They came
from
overnight.
Italy, from Greece. They put their life into the risk to save us, to help us.
I think nowadays...
they came in a very threat moment, right? Because anything could happen after they came. Yes. Another earthquake could hit the town.
Don't forget also the Albanian firefighters or the army.
They also did their part, absolutely.
I would rank first them rather than the other guys, honestly speaking.
Yeah, me too. I do appreciate, but you know, when you see someone...
Because sorry to interrupt, because like I saw several news where they said that the firefighters, they saw their family members, which were dead. So I don't think like a firefighter from Israel, because we also had from Israel, could have that feeling.
Of course not. They just came to do the work. But just the idea that they came, it helps a lot. It makes you feel safer because there's everybody sharing help.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm a bit doubtful, to be honest, because they came only after we said SOS.
Yeah.
So, like, if we analyze the thing, it goes beyond politics. So I would skip it.
Yeah,
I would skip it.
Since when I've met you, you were not a fan of doing physical activity. Do you find it sometimes that boring that you don't do it and you'd like to go outdoors and maybe do a run or a jog?
Actually, I started when I was in Sweden. I was serious about gym.
Like, you attended...
I lost like more than 10 kilos.
10 kilos?
Yep, sir.
How much do you weigh now?
I was 100 and something, and now I'm 80 something, 90. Actually, I stopped this year because like I was applying for Germany, moving around, so I didn't have time. But I like gym. When I was
gym?
When I was in Sweden, I started to like gym.
Nice.
It's now I stopped because of the time.
Did you hit gym like every day or 3 times a week, or what was your...
One day yes, one day no. One day yes, one day no. And I also started with a regular program. This is where
training plan.
This is where I started to form muscles, to build mass even. Like,
you saw like shirts or jeans just fitting you better, right?
No, I even felt it myself.
Yeah.
I didn't see myself in the mirror a lot. I don't like that, but I felt it. And even when I put plus 5 kilos more, it's like I was able to do it.
Yeah, your strength just increased.
Yep.
Nice. And now that you came in Germany, did you
it's
have
because
you been thinking to
join
a gym?
I haven't planned to start.
You have a plan, but you need a friend.
not a friend, but I don't have.
Do you find motivation through a friend, or you can work it out yourself?
Myself, but it's like from 8 till 5 something.
Yeah,
I am in work, and actually that's a bad thing because in Germany you have less gyms compared to Sweden.
Yeah.
So I need like the nearest gym which has all the right equipments and stuff. It's like 40 minutes walk.
Right.
So it means that I will lose 2 hours more.
Yeah, I know. When you go to a gym, you lose a lot. Like, for example, just keep in mind the time you need to get ready your stuff, right? At home. So 30 minutes, an hour, it's gone.
Yeah.
Then you need to travel to the gym.
Then
it takes another 30, maybe 40 minutes. It depends how far the gym is. Then you need to get ready for the gym. It's another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You enter.
Yeah, so 3 hours go like this.
Yeah.
So
it's like half of your day is gone, because when you come at home, you need to rest a little bit, maybe get some fluid in.
I come home at 5 or 6, so I go there, let's suppose at 7.
Yeah.
I do 1 hour and a half, then it's 8 something, 9. So when I will eat, when I will sleep. So
What is your favorite part of the body to hit?
I like this.
The chest.
I like when I do
bench press
and
flies.
This thing.
Yeah, fly.
Those are the ones which I really like.
You know what you should do more and concern more?
I hate. I don't know the name.
The curls. You hate curling. Okay, that's fine, man.
I hate the thing where you have to put your hand in.
Yeah. You don't have to do that. That's very specific. You don't need that. I mean, a bodybuilder can, because they need to just isolate the biceps and they go like that, right? But you know what you should be concerned more about your back muscles. But
I also felt afraid, in quotes, about squats. Like I saw good videos which says like, oh, squats are good as
well. The king of the exercises.
And then there is also the other part of the medallion.
Yeah.
So actually I didn't do that much squats.
Man, you know what? My advice would be that you could start doing squats body weight, just without any weights,
Just with a metal bar.
Also without that, just you doing high reps. High reps. For example, 20, 25 reps. You can work up to 50 reps. You are going to feel your legs. The idea of squat, the other part of the medallion, is that because somebody doesn't have the great biomechanics of doing the squat, what happens is that they will injure their lower back.
I mean, I didn't feel pain. I was just concerned.
Yeah, but you don't feel pain immediately, because some people feel pain after some times doing something, but also when you put a lot of weight, a lot of stress into your joints. Like, I know that you don't put that stress in that, but we do have ego, and ego just, after you, let's say, squats.
The only stress I put was like with the legs. When you sit and you push with your legs.
Yeah.
Like I went like 90, 95.
You do the leg press into the machines where you push the weight, right?
I find it very easy. Like I can even go 100 plus with my legs.
Yeah.
But I cannot.
That exercise isn't very functional. It's just that you push something, you rest with your back like that into
that's the purpose, I guess, right? Because the legs.
It's for legs, but it's very an isolation exercise, and there is not much biomechanics there, it's not functional. So if you know how to do a deadlift or you know how to do squats, it will be much better for you and help you in real life situations, right? Because you'll know perfectly how to sit down, grab this object, move it away to clear your way, because you're driving into a
But let's not forget that I think the most difficult exercise is I know that you will laugh. It's Zumba.
Zumba is just a class.
Not like
it's a dancing class.
Not that kind of Zumba. Like they had this specific.
They have this exercise.
Like you put weights while you move. Trust me. Even the guys who were like big muscles and stuff.
But no, hey, I know.
They quit in the half.
I know they quit because, guys that have big muscles, that do bodybuilding, they don't have endurance.
Yeah.
They do reps of 12 reps, all right, with big weights, or 8 reps. They don't go like 50 reps with lighter weights, In Zumba, they use, for example, dumbbells of 2 kilograms, 3, maximum. 1, 5, depends on the exercise. And you need to do it for like 2 minutes straight, right? So he doesn't have a good gas tank. He's not able to perform it for like
I did it only
60 minutes doing different exercises with light weights, but with reps that go through the roof, right?
I did that class only once per week, and on that day, I know that after half an hour, I would be...
Yeah.
It's just like... I don't know how the teachers...
Yeah.
Because every time they were like ladies, how could they even breathe?
Yeah.
I was amazed.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, man, have you ever been here in Rome before?
Yes, I've been. It was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah. Do you like my city?
The neighborhood that we are here, yes.
Yeah, we are in the Vatican.
The guys cannot see it, but
they cannot see because we have another very ancient building here.
Yep, in front of us. And the pub is just next door.
Yeah.
He says hi.
So, do you like Rome? Do you find it fascinating? Of course, the history is fascinating, but I mean...
I have to come another time.
Yeah. But
it's not
today after this show we can explore Rome, right?
But if you want my sincere and honest answer, Rome it's not on my top 5.
It's not on your top 5. What's on your top 5?
It's in top 20 maybe, somewhere down.
Right. So what's on your top 5?
Oh, I will go from bottom up.
Okay.
From bottom up.
Which is the 5th.
The 5th. The 5th.
Yeah, the 5th place goes to...
Palma de Mallorca.
Palma de Mallorca.
Yep.
What's so?
Because I really like, you have like the old town and you have also the beach.
So you're a beach guy. Of course you don't enjoy Rome as much. Right.
Yeah. And third place. Fourth. Okay. But it's still in Spain. So.
Right. 4th place goes to... Bilbao, wow. Amazing town. I've been to Bilbao once.
You've been once?
Yeah, once.
I also once. I like the museum part. There is this spider thing and the dog with the flowers.
Right.
I really like that. And then it comes Barça.
Barcelona. I've been to Barcelona as well. I've stayed like for months. I also met this Chinese girl. She used to live in France. Named Tracy. Hello, Tracy. And for a month in Barca. And
4 months or 1 month?
1 month in Barca. I'm sorry. And I used to stay next to Barceloneta, which is the beach.
I was also there.
Barceloneta is like the beach part of Barcelona.
I don't remember.
It's next to La
Ramblas.
Yeah.
I was in Hotel Apollo, I think. It was in the end of the main street.
Main street.
Plaza de España, the very end. So
we visited Picasso's house and it was tremendous.
I wasn't there. I was not.
It was a beautiful house of Picasso.
Maybe
there was a lot of paintings, and many women painted on this because it's believed that these women were his lovers. Because he had a lot of lovers during, from his early 20s up to his death. But one was the woman that he really liked. I don't remember her name. Fuck it, man. What was her name? Geraldine, maybe? Geraldine? Maybe it was Geraldine. I'm not very sure. But
not
he was always, he always loved his wife, but in the same time, he just liked to play with these other women and paint them over, and it was a house full of women painted by him.
So he just painted the women, not.
I don't know that, but it is believed that these women were his lovers. Yeah. Which is the second place most favorite?
We said the third.
Yeah, it was Barcelona. The fourth was Bilbao.
Yep. And the second is Paris.
Paris.
Oui.
Salut, comment allez-vous?
Baguette.
Une baguette.
Omelette de fromage.
Une baguette.
Omelette de fromage.
Il tuo, your French is very good.
Gracias.
Il tuo, okay, danke, vai.
And the first place, my love, Vienna.
Vienna, yeah. Absolutely. The first city that I have visited has been Vienna in Austria.
Oh.
Since 2011. There's where I tried out for the first time the kebab, which I'm in love.
So it's like typical German food, kebab.
Yeah. Kebab, yeah. It's actually Turkish, right? But a lot of Turkish immigrated over to Austria, Germany, and so they have their kebab.
When you will see this video online and you will listen again, the second and the first place, they are nearly the same for me. Because it's like...
You mean Vienna and Paris?
Because for me, like Vienna is a mixture of German culture plus French culture.
Right.
So it's something in between. So it's the best of the both worlds.
Perfect.
And you, monsieur?
No, I don't have a top 5. Like, I enjoy countries, If I go to Milan, for example, I'll just enjoy the life there. I know there is no beaches, but if I want to go to swim or spend my summer vacation, I could go, Italy has a lot of beautiful beaches, right? A lot of islands you can go. It's gorgeous. It's very, like the water, the sea is crystal clear.
I want to go once in Amalfi.
Yeah, Amalfi is another great place to go and spend some days.
But with my own yacht.
Yeah. Do we have an ego? Do we have an ego inside you that like everybody has an ego, but what's the drive of your ego? Is it like very high drive or?
With this question you remind me of my job interviews because they always ask this like, how can your friends describe you?
Right.
They always ask this for me like stupid questions. Where do you see yourself after 5 years?
Maybe because they want to see if your ego is turned on, and what do you think about? Maybe you are conceited. Maybe you're conceited, and maybe you have excessive pleasure.
Apart from that, like the job interviews have fixed questions which everyone knows the answer, and they just repeat the scenarios. But my ego, like from 1 to 10, or
from 1 to 10. What is it?
25.
25. Let's translate it to 2.5. Okay. Your prey drive is like
crazy.
Through the roof.
I think.
Right.
Because if I have no ego, then I wouldn't.
No, you do have an ego. Just imagine that you're from Albania. After you finish
alone,
you went to Sweden, and then now you're in Germany. You're just stepping up things, man.
Danke.
Yeah.
Bitteschön.
I also do have ego, of course. I want to work in my field. Profession, in my career path. I do have an ego, but I don't have an excessive ego. Like I could say maybe a 9.
Okay, let me formulate my question. For example, if you have free time during the day after work.
Yeah, I don't just pay attention to myself. I also want to pay attention to a friend. If you want to go out with me have a pizza or something, I'm ready, man. I'm not going to work just on my stuff, you know?
Okay.
That's where I put myself. That's why I said maybe an 8 or a 9.
I will reformulate again.
Okay, go, man.
It's like, how many plans do you have for your future? Like from A to Z or just from A to C? That's a good one.
That's a hard one, man. I want to work just at the A, you know, because I want to follow my dream, you know. My dream is to...
Yeah, absolutely. But it's like you still have a plan B. Like if it doesn't work in Italy, you jump over to no.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't work, then no.
Sure. If we're talking career path, this is going to be my goal for the next 5 years. And I want to put myself somewhere and fix it and stay there and help all the athletes
but at least
become better.
At least you have up till a C plan.
You mean about the career path? Or?
Yeah, like a backup plan,
like to completely change my...
Not like that. I meant like if it doesn't work in Italy, it can work in...
About the places, yeah. Yeah, I would like to go to America. You know why? You want to hear about new things going on to fitness? The exhibition is going to take place in California. You want about medical stuff? It's also there.
Well, not necessarily, but up till a certain level, yeah.
It's like America always triggers the best of the best from countries, from Japan, from Italy, Germany.
Okay, so you are.
It's like they give you the conditions, you come, and you grow there.
Yeah, but don't forget you need a work permit.
Of course, but they can fix that for you. I mean, if you find the...
I showed you my story.
Okay. So it's not that easy, right?
Absolutely no.
Yeah.
You have to...
What if I fucking marry a woman there?
You fucking marry or you marry?
I marry a woman there. What happens? I can go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the plan C. Plan C.
I guess that's a plan.
So you have plans to also... You like to travel to America to go there?
No.
Do you like...
No. Maybe I can travel just for... You know, we were raised with these movies, American movies, like Bud Spencer and stuff.
Yeah.
So I like to visit Miami just because of that. Like once, but not twice or thrice.
Sure, man. Miami is...
But for living in America and Canada and whatever, they are plan J for me. I want to stay in Europe.
Right. Also, me, I like, you know, the reason that I find it very hard to jump from Italy to jump to America is just because if I go to America, it will be very difficult for me to return to Europe because it's like a whole different life. You know, you start creating connections, you start a new living, you need to buy a house or just rent it.
From my experience, like moving from Sweden, like moving from Albania to Sweden, from Sweden to Germany.
But you're still in Europe, like a flight can take up to 2 hours max.
Yeah, but I mean, the people and the life concept and stuff changes. Like I also had to find a new room. While I was in Sweden, I have to search for rooms in Germany.
Yeah.
But I mean, you get used to it. You will get used to it.
I know that I can get used to it, but I would like to come to Albania more often. That's what I'm saying. If I go to America, I won't come to Albania every year. I'll come maybe once in 10 years or I'll never come back again.
I would say to you, you must start, stop thinking like that. Like you have to put effort to not come to Albania starting from now. Like
I have the experience of my cousins. They do live in Canada. They never come back here.
I do it myself. Like I come in Albania once in every 2 years or something like that.
But it's not just Albania. I would like to go to Greece to visit the Crete. I would like to go to France to visit Marseille. You know.
Then you have the answer. Stay in Europe.
That's what I'm saying. I find it very hard to think that I need to jump from Italy to.
So you will not.
Plan A is just to go to Milan and just stay there.
So you will not marry the American lady. Sorry.
Fucking no. Sorry. Man, another compliment. Your hat.
Yep.
It's pretty. What's it called? This style of the hat? It doesn't come to my mind right now.
Even to me, but I call it like Stili Jaji.
Because it's an old style.
It's an old style.
Yeah.
But I have quite a nice history with this. Albanian fans will recognize Dyhermat, Shahisti, with Bujarka Pegiu. I'm
not sure if I have seen this show.
Come on, man. It's not show.
Maybe?
It's
a movie. Yeah, I know.
Don't make that mistake.
Yeah.
We were in Eurocaster. It was a graphic design competition. And I bought that hat on the same, like 1 week before going there.
Yeah.
And he was like, come on, you don't even remove it. It's like, how much do you like it?
Yeah.
And I said, I like it that much. Please make me one of your drawings, because, he's famous for his drawings.
All right.
So I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for my drawing. It's
yeah.
like 5 years now.
Yeah, I also want one of these hats. Maybe I'll buy one.
Yeah, you could.
But I don't usually wear hats. Like, I usually don't wear hats. I'm not sure. I prefer sunglasses.
In everyday life, I don't wear it. Like when I go to work, I don't. Of course, I don't wear it. But while traveling, why not?
You're my first guest wearing a hat. That's a moment we should mark this on a calendar.
You have to put
what's the date of today? It's
You have to put a big up here. Yeah.
Yeah, big up. Yeah. You want some music, man?
Yeah. You must put some effects afterwards.
Of course, man. Showtime.
Bam.
Great. Yeah. So right now in Germany, do you find yourself like you're having the best time of your life, because your family is in Albania?
Yep.
So you're distant from them, but you're working in Germany, you're living by yourself, you need to cook, like you cook every day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to do the laundry.
For dinner I cook, for lunch.
Yeah.
For lunch
so do you find that you miss your country, your family, and maybe you just don't... Okay.
The answer is like, Bugs Bunny, he has like this meme. Nope.
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 So you see yourself after 3-4 years just living there?
3-4 years, yes.
Yeah.
But not more than that. Like now I say this sentence, but maybe after 3-4 years I have another idea. But now, like, not more than 3-4 plus. It's like I need 6 years in total if I want to get the permanent residence.
And your idea is to get it?
Yep. Either even the citizenship, if I find the right job or the opportunity. And if I don't find, then I will move.
Is there another country that you could move?
Yeah, I told you my top 5.
Yeah, maybe one of those. So Austria. Is it Austria?
Yeah. That's the plan B.
Yeah,
that's plan B.
But you're also working on your German, right? You're following this course. How?
Yes, it's twice per week. It's intensive.
It's intensive.
It's intensive.
How long does it take a session of?
It's like 4 hours in the afternoon.
Wow, half a day.
Yep,
it's a lot.
It's a new law in Germany that if you need to get the permanent residency or citizenship, you need the minimum B1 level.
Yeah.
And you must take it within a year and something.
Yeah.
So this is why it's very intensive.
Yeah. Man, I'm just now completely changing the subject a little bit. It's about this news I read. I felt very sorry about this news because of the animals, but a chimp killed this little girl. She had 10. The chimpanzee killed her. And now the law in Uganda says that you are permitted to kill chimps if you see any. But the idea is that because people are building houses and are threatening the territory of chimps are feeling, it's like it's like they're feeling a threat, right? And because people are settling their life next to chimps, and they are just expanding. So the room for chimps to live, it's just shrinking down. and so they're feeling a threat, right? So there's, even we people would react that way, like we would kill if something is coming near to us, something very, very strange, an alien or something like that, right? Because you cannot do a reasonable conversation with a chimp. You know, they are animals, right?
Actually, there are happy pictures with people and chimpanzees, happy selfies.
Yeah, I know.
You know, even Robin Williams.
Because they look like us. I mean, you know, they have a face, hands,
but
fingers.
I remember when I had this psychology class back to university.
Yeah.
I remember that we had like a kind of research. And I remember that I showed a video where it was this chimp who got the Kalashnikov.
Yeah.
And the chimp started opening fire.
Right.
So it's like putting we people are putting chimps in new position, I would say, like
in a dangerous position.
We are stepping ahead the evolution, like we are making them jump one step. So I guess
we're forcing them into extinction.
Yeah, that's what I said. We are jumping one step ahead. So I think this type of behavior is to be expected. It's like chimps. Actually, it's a quote here. It's good because chimps are becoming more human.
Do you think this is a bad thing happening to animals around the world?
Like they are treating animals like they are treating people. So in terms of, if you see it from that perspective.
No, I see from the wildlife perspective. There is a lot of people killing wolves. Okay, you know,
we from that sensitive part, I can say like, how dare you?
How dare you? People nowadays go for a hike because they want to feel the nature into their core. But nature is this. Rome. This is nature. The thing people are seeing right now, this is nature. Buildings are nature because we love technology. We like to do to make ourselves and our life just simpler, better. Like if you go with a time traveling machine 10,000 years ago and you go to, I don't know, to a country and you give this list of the fruits you eat every day, you won't get any of those fruits. Why? Because with technology, chemists nowadays have done this, have created these new fruits that every year we hear a new name, right?
I got your point.
Yeah, that's the idea. You go for a hike with your chihuahua because there is no wolves. Would you do that in 5,000 years ago? No,
there were no chihuahuas.
Because we have killed the wolves. We have killed the elks, the deers.
Wolves are there. Wolves are there. So
no, I mean, there is not so many wolves. Come on, man. I mean, I remember in around the years of 2000, when with my family we used to go to Saranda and we used to pass through Logara. Mm-hmm. The Logara is like a pretty steep mountain. And sometimes I would see a wolf, you know, getting along the street.
You just remembered me the case with the lion in Albania, you know?
Oh, the poor lion that got pretty sick in that zoo. Yep. He didn't have much space in that room. He started to feel sick. His eyes getting very dark
and pale.
Yeah, I feel so sorry and disgusting when I see these people that getting a very wild animal and putting in a cage that is also smaller for a dog, not for a lion.
Well, that's the concept of a zoo.
Yeah, but the zoo should be more, should be huge, and should be located in a very nature terrain
environment.
For example, in a mountain, it should be just like a safari zoo. Like the animal shouldn't think that there is some people taking care of them. The animal should kill the prey to eat. Should just do the same kind of living the animal used to do. You shouldn't take that and put the animal into a cage.
Then in that sense, the whole world is a zoo.
Yeah, sort of. I'm not a fan of zoos myself. Are you? I'm not a fan.
I like more botanic zoos, if you can call it like that. Like botanic
safari zoos.
No.
Like in Africa, you mean outside, right?
No, I mean just with flowers and stuff. Garden, sorry, not zoo, botanic garden.
Oh, okay, I see.
Botanic garden.
No, well, I myself, I just love animals, and so when I read this news about people are permitted now because of the law of Uganda, to kill chimps.
Yeah, but you said Uganda, but don't forget, in India, I've seen this in documentaries. I don't know if it's true or faked, but I've seen, I don't know the species, but I've seen monkeys who steals from people.
Same thing, I believe. I mean, they are feeling...
Actually, now that I remember, correct me, should we say who for animals or which?
Who, man?
Who, okay.
No, come on, which. But again, for example, I'm a big lover of dogs. I've had since when I was...
Who let the dogs out?
Dogs is maybe...
German Shepherd is my favorite one.
German Shepherd, yeah.
I love it from Rex. Same. I guess you remember Rex.
Yeah, of course. You know what I love about dogs more? I love those that have a short coat. For example, German Shepherds do shed twice a year, so you need to take care of their shed. So if you're keeping a German Shepherds in your home, your house is going to get a little...
In Italy, they call it Il Passotto, the one who has short legs. He's kind of funny.
Yeah, I've seen into the movies but me too. I love dogs, and of course, as I settle my apartment or my house, I'll get a dog.
Then
as fast as possible.
You should not go in certain areas of China.
Why?
Because
they eat.
Yep, they deep fry dogs.
Is it yummy?
Licky.
Just wondering. No, people in China eat weird stuff.
Don't say people in China. It's specific areas of.
Yeah, sure, specific areas.
To be politically correct.
You're right, because I met this woman. She was Chinese, and I asked her about. Hey guys, are you so familiar with Tai Chi or Qigong? You do every morning.
And she was like, "What is that?"
And she was like, "What?" And I was like, Qigong.
Yeah. Ni hao.
Yeah. She was like, "No, man, get out of here. We don't do this." And I was like, so I guess maybe certain parts of certain communities are much more obsessed with this stuff, and maybe you are not. You haven't even heard about these names. And she was like, "You're right."
Yeah. Which do you prefer, China or Japan?
Japan. Let's go, man. Samurai there.
No, I like it from Lupin the Third.
Sure, Lupin the Third.
And
man, you love animation so much.
I love Detective Conan. I fucking love it. Why are you laughing?
That's so funny. That's cool.
You know how anime started?
No.
It was after the Second World War. They were so depressed, and they started to draw stuff in order to make people happy. This is what I read. I'm not totally sure if it's true.
No,
it
makes sense. It's logic.
So we should go there.
Because I know that Batman is like pretty old, right?
Yeah, but
Batman has been drawn since
wait.
after the second.
Batman is not related to Japan. I'm talking all the...
No, right, but I'm talking about the animation in general. Batman,
Topolino.
The first...
I'm not talking about Topolino.
Yeah. So have you seen movies, where have they gone so far nowadays?
You mean anime movies? Or
no, just movies, the fantasy,
Honestly, I don't like...
They use a lot of graphics. You have seen, right?
Graphics which makes no sense.
Yeah, and sometimes
even
too much.
And even scenes which look like real.
Yeah.
When you see the backstages.
Yeah.
It's just a green screen.
Yeah, it's very basic stuff. Yeah.
So this is why I like.
So they add a lot of graphics there.
This is why
sometimes too exaggerated.
I like animes because it's a drawing.
Yeah, it's a drawing and the logic goes very simple, so you enjoy that.
They put a lot of effort. I don't know if you have seen them carefully.
Yeah, I know they put a lot of effort.
The details, the amount of details is like,
Wow. Yeah, man.
Hey, man, how many times per day do you cook yourself?
I don't cook. I go to the Mensa. Yeah.
You have lost the feeling of, the aromas and the spiciness.
It's better when you go to the Mensa because the food is ready.
Come on,
right?
Three times per day you go?
No, twice.
Twice, okay.
I lunch and I dinner.
And the breakfast?
I don't eat anything. I do intermittent fasting. You know what is it?
I heard from your previous podcasts.
Great. It's a time restricted eating. So it's like a fasting window and a feeding window. So right now, for example, I stay 16 hours fasting. So I don't eat anything, right? And 8 hours is my feeding window. Say, for example, I start eating from 1 p.m. up to 9 p.m., which is 8 hours, right? That's my feeding window. So I have my lunch, and then I have my dinner around 8, let's say. And then that's it. Then from 9 p.m. up to, during the night, during the morning, I don't eat anything until the clock hits 1 p.m. of the very next day. And so 16 hours is like my fasting window.
And by eating, you mean going to Mensa? Not cooking.
Yeah, I go to Mensa because everything is ready. I'm very busy doing stuff every day.
I imagined you as a fit guy.
I'm
because I've seen videos in YouTube from these gym freaks,
sure,
which cook and pre-made their boxes.
They are very concerned about fooding, about nutrition. When you go to Mensa, you can select things. I mean, you can either eat pasta if you want to, if you like the pasta, but I don't choose it. Like, I take the rice, right? So between these two, I take the rice.
Brown rice.
If there is any, but sometimes it's mostly it comes white because it also costs cheaper, in the Mensa.
See, that's a problem.
Look, you don't need to concern so much about this stuff. All matters is you get your carbs, your proteins, and your fats in. That's what's most important.
Said this by
me.
By you.
Yeah.
And you put your signature.
Because that's my philosophy. I just want to get the right food, I want my fibers to get in. Like, I want to have fruits every day. I want to eat a variety of stuff every day so that I can get different vitamins into my body, minerals, macros. So everything is right here. And in the meantime, I do some physical activity, but not very strength oriented. I don't go to a gym. I just do outdoor. For example, once a week, every Sunday morning, I go for a run for like an hour, say, or 40 minutes. An hour is max. Other days, I just do, home workouts. I do push-ups. I do squats. That's it. I just try to back extension. I just try to work my muscles, major big muscles, my back, chest, legs, and that's it, man.
You amaze me.
You don't need to be. You don't need to be like a freak. You just need to have a very healthy lifestyle.
I expected you.
And a very good sleep. You need a very good sleep
8 hours.
Because sleep works a lot. The circadian rhythm. By sleeping, all your hormones just fix themselves. And your muscles get relaxed. You get less anxiety.
You made me wake up at 4 a.m. today,
At 4? Yeah, because you needed to take the trip. Yeah. Well, that's not my problem, man.
But back... Simple solution. But back to the cooking. It's like, you amaze me. I expected that you cooked yourself.
Look, last year, I did cook myself because I didn't had my scholarship, so I didn't want to go to the Mensa and pay like the full price. Like it goes up to 10 euros. So now I just pay 2 euros per meal. Lucky. And it's pretty good deal. Like with 4 euros, you get 2 meals, like very big meals. Yeah. And you get a lot there. You get meat every day, right? You take the fibers every day. You take different fruits every day. It's great. Like there is a lot of variety. What can you do by yourself? just cooking a salad, it takes you like 30 minutes, 30 minutes, just a salad.
The effort you put, the love you put.
Yeah, you put it, but then there is so less time to do other stuff. Like I'm on my very last year, I need to work on my thesis. Every day we get questions into the class because we do a lot of research. So we need to study a lot, and I don't have time for cooking. That's why Mensas are.
Yeah, but don't forget, for example, the quality in Mensas.
No, actually it's pretty good. Because I feel very good with myself. I feel it like I get a lot from the Mensa.
Okay, so you will get an award from the Roma Istituto Fisico, come si chiama?
Yeah. Also, your Italian isn't that bad, man.
Messia po.
I heard you speaking to the receptionist. It was a very, very good Italian.
Messia arrugginito un po', però abbastanza buono.
And I don't speak a word in German, just, Guten Morgen.
Who speaks words in German? Even not me.
Yeah, but you'll get it.
I will survive.
Oh, of course, man. Have you seen my previous episodes?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you think there's an improvement?
In terms of technology, I don't know, because you are a tech freak yourself.
No, actually, the technology is something very is basic stuff that I'm using because, after I settle myself in a stationary place, then I will just upgrade my tech, But since I'm moving from place to place, I need to take very basic stuff, so I won't care about their conditions. You get it?
You are better than PewDiePie, whatever it's his name.
Oh, who is it?
It's a Swedish guy who is the most...
I know, man. Just playing with you. Tonight we'll go for a pizza here in Rome, right? I want you to try out the pizza, how it's made here in Rome. I have met a lot of students
here.
Only pizza? Pizza first. And they think that here in South, the cooking is much better.
Wait a minute. Rome is not in South.
I mean, yes, here in Italy, they say that if you are from Rome, you are in the south of, if you go past Bologna, in the way down, you're from south.
So
it's not like in center, of course, Rome is like Tirana is in the center, right? Let's say. But because of the accent comes more feels and sounds more like a south accent, so the Rome is the south part. You have new things to learn. But anyways, they say that in Milan the food is different and here is different, but in Rome the food is better, they say. In Sicily, in the region of Puglia, in Naples, in Rome, the food tastes better.
Then I guess we should also go to Milan in order to make the...
No, you just need to believe me. I have pretty reliable sources. I met this friend. He was from Indonesia some weeks ago, and he told me that I feel the difference here. In Rome. I had a lot of food in Milan because he was in Milan. Then he came to Rome, and he said to me that here in Rome the food just feels and tastes better, more delicious. Like they put here maybe more fats or something like that.
They put more amore.
More amore, yeah. They put more love to food.
Yeah. But I mean, if I see the guy who cooks or the girl who cooks,
the chef. You mean the chef?
Or how can you call a woman which is a chef? Le chefette?
No, just the chef. Yeah.
But if I see them cooking, I would be more than happy. But if I don't see, I don't know what is going
inside the kitchen.
Yeah.
If
there is a chef and chefette,
you don't need to worry about that, man. You don't need to worry about that. And maybe it works in your brain like that, but you don't.
It's a matter of perception every time.
Yeah, sure, man.
And I have a question for you. When you will upgrade, I want a Lamborghini next time.
Maybe next time I'll get a Tesla.
Bye. It was nice.
No, come on, man. You don't love Teslas?
Nope.
How dare you?
Sorry. Nope.
No, man. Why don't you love a Tesla? Did you see the latest release of Elon Musk about the Cybertruck? And you're saying to me you don't love that?
Elon Musk or Musk?
Elon Musk. You don't love that, the Cybertruck? Come on, man. It's a smart car. It's an autonomous car. It can pull
an
F-150. You saw that?
But
and it drives faster than a Porsche 911. Oh, come on, man.
Have you seen that they have made like in the code when they programmed the Tesla, they put restrictions that after certain X amount of kilometers.
Man, I don't know the DNA of the Tesla.
That's the problem. You first should read about the DNA, and then you can say, yeah.
But people that have owned Tesla for like 10 years, they are happy with Teslas.
Yes, autopilot incidents, killing people. That's not enough for you?
No. This is the first. The Cybertruck is fully autonomous.
Wait a minute.
Is not
we are
autopilot.
Talking about Tesla, the existing one, or just the prototype? Because I was speaking about...
No, but there is no autopilot in the previous Teslas, in Model S or Model Z, if I'm not wrong. They are half autopilot, but you shouldn't believe it to be a fully autonomous, because Elon Musk...
When I was in Sweden, a lot of guys or girls, whatever, they owned Tesla. And to think that Sweden is the place where Volvo is produced, I was amazed. Like, how dare they like Tesla?
Because they are. No, you should think the other way around. They don't want to spend much in.
It costs a lot.
The maintenance, man. The maintenance. You need to pay gas every day. You need to change filters once.
In order, if you have a problem for a Tesla, you have to go to...
You won't have a problem with a Tesla, man. It's just like a cell phone. You just charge it overnight and it's ready to go.
Where will you find the charger?
It's very easy. If you get this panel, right? Like an iPad.
Have you seen panels here?
You want to go to Milan, for example, from Rome, because I have been in a Tesla. As you put that into the GPS, it will tell you all the places to stop during this way to charge your car if you need it.
Okay.
That's great.
You said that you like animals, right? You love nature, right?
Yes, that's another reason.
Where you will charge yourself in the middle of safari?
Man,
charge your car, sorry. Charge your car in the middle of safari.
But you have a lot of miles to drive in a Tesla.
So you
need to take a Tesla that has a lot of miles in it. For example, 670 miles is a lot to go and come back from a safari zoo. But when you go to a safari zoo, for example, you need to go with them, with the guys that take you the ride.
You are a rich fitness guy. You own your own fitness company and you want to show off that you have a Tesla. So.
But you are not permitted to ride a Tesla into a safari zoo. You go just...
by walk.
Somebody takes you a ride, for that experience.
What I meant is like, come on, you cannot rely on... Said this from a guy who studies software engineering.
But if you go in the middle of nowhere, there is no gas station, there is no there is no plug to charge your Tesla. Okay. So what's the difference?
You got the concept. It's like you cannot find plugs.
Okay, I get your point. So it's not very popular, but of course it's not popular because there is not much demand. People either buy a diesel or either buy a gas, right? So there is not much demand, but if the demand will raise,
I am a classic person. Like,
I know, man, I'm a classic person myself, but you need to think about the future. The future is coming to electronic. Do you understand it, man? The future is coming to electronics. I studied that myself. Yeah, it will come a time that diesel and gas will be just very ancient to think about them. Come on, you're an electric guy and you don't think electronic guy and you don't think that the future is based on electronics?
I like more solar panels. I would like to drive a Rolls-Royce Phantom made out of solar panels.
Oh, that's good too.
But not with electric.
Man,
because you need to also do research about what is the cost the ecological cost to produce batteries for Tesla, what happens if that battery is put out of order. So that's not ecological.
Yeah.
So
right, but Elon has the answers for that, and he's a genius.
yeah, give
Now,
us a weed.
Yeah, here's an applaud for him. Look, something that I really will miss from the old school, because I'm saying will miss. I say I will miss because my future car is going to be a Tesla. There is no doubt about that. But what I'm going to miss from the old school is the sound of the engine. Like, I want a Dodge. I love to get a Dodge. You know, I want a car that...
Can you make for me Benz do Tinnitus?
No, I cannot do
Please,
that, man.
please.
But I can do a Ferrari if you want.
Come on, shoot it.
Look, so that's what I'm going to miss. The sound of the engine that this very powerful car to make. A Tesla doesn't make it, right? A Tesla is like...
They can fake it? They can put some...
They shouldn't fake it, man. Because...
Then join the club of Rolls-Royce and...
yeah.
Brum, brum.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man, but I'm not against Tesla's cars. I'm just...
not against, but I don't like why people are thinking like, oh, I bought a Tesla, I will save the world. Oh, yeah.
But the majority is against Teslas, though, so don't worry about that.
No, I don't worry about being against something which is cool, but I'm worried about, oh, I bought a Tesla, I saved the world.
Yeah.
How dare they?
No, yeah, you shouldn't. Yeah, it's not like you become a vegan just because of the animals. There is a lot of people that do become a vegan just because of the way they feel, you know? They want to see their body reactions. How do they feel after 6 months of being a vegan? They don't care about animals, right?
You know that
it's not like, because there is people that do become vegan because they want to save the animals, you know? But there is also people that have said that, I'm being honest, I'm not becoming a vegan to save up animals. I'm just becoming a vegan for my own goodness.
You know that if you follow the Bible and all these religious books, I don't know the word in English, but in Albanian,
yeah, what they say?
Krishma.
Okay.
It's like you don't eat for certain days certain foods.
Yeah.
So what I mean by that is that even in the religion,
yeah,
it's like you should stop eating some foods for a certain time.
Yeah. Yeah, like I don't eat fish every day. You know, I eat fish maybe once in 2 weeks or once a week. It becomes from the men's menu. Yeah. Man, it was great to have you here. I had a great time.
È stato un piacere anche per me.
Sì, è stato un piacere. Before we wrap this episode up, do you want to mention anything about your social media or anything you want to promote? I don't know, your website.
Just Google my name and I will be there.
What's your name again for the audience?
Albi Dode.
Right. Perfect, man. Thanks for doing this. Now let's go and I'll show you a roam around. It will be fun.
Peace.
Bye, everybody.